Yo, what we got? We got newbies. Two T's, Drake, Forever Fit, Suguru, Tolbert. What's up, dudes? Trying to get some swim baits prepped. We've got BGCs on the menu today. Two deeps. The deep special. Let me turn this light down. There we go. We got that one. Rich, what's up? That one. Two these damn KGBs that I hate painting. And a fortune in Hinkles. Soon to be fortune. Let's see. Oh, the what I was asking was if anybody needs a glide. I'm about to. I've already built some for people that had asked for a bait, and I think I'm willing to build one more if somebody wants one. So I got a handful done now, but they're all spoken for. But I would add one to the mix if somebody wants one. Maybe could even pick your color. Rich, glad you like your hat. Since I won't be doing like a large volume, I would. All the colors I'm doing are gonna be different anyway. So, or I think I'm just gonna pour. This will probably be the easiest thing to do. I think I'm just gonna pour them and paint them whatever the hell I want to, and then just put them up. And if you want them, you get them. Slinky, you want one? All right. I'll go in there and pour you one, bro. I think it. All right. Yeah, that'll. You'll be my missing link. I had a couple of people ask, and if there were more, and I didn't have any more, so I had it. I really just wanted to do. I poured a couple extras so I could paint for my own amusement, and that I was just going to put as like a one off on the website, because I have a paint job that I want to do that I haven't done yet. So, Rich, I did. Let me see if I can go find it. Rich. I don't know what I've done with the damn thing. Well, that's not cool. Well, I had bless me. It might be in my hell, I don't know. Pap, what's up? I don't know. I don't know what I did with it. I don't know what I did with it. But Slinky, would you prefer quasi-realistic or a little out there? Tastefully out there, but out there. And it's not, that far out of the, like, I'm not talking about getting damn buck wild on this color, like, but it's not going to be painted like a damn marshmallow or anything. So this person took their wake, and it was just raw material, resin, and they clear coated it. Somebody did. Oh, great. It looks like they clear coated it with KBS. How can I tell, you ask? Because if you look at these eyes, and you look at this little back groove on the eyes, you probably can't see it. But there's about 1 million little micro bubbles that run around the seam of the eye. And that's typically what you see with KBS because it is a moisture cured urethane, and MCU as they call it. And what you typically see with moisture cured urethanes is that they cure before the air cures them, moisture in the air. And what you typically see is the air trying the clear trying to gas off, and they traps these bubbles where it puddles up, and it catches these air bubbles. Got them on this side too. So it looks like somebody sprayed KBS on this thing, which I don't love, but hopefully it's been on there a while. It's kind of a shitty job. They might have brushed it on, honestly. Smells like it. Natural aspect. Okay. I think I've got one I can do. I just want that. I just need one that I want to do that one color on to sell. That's the only color I'm chomping at the bit to do. But all right, well that solves that. I just rather AJ, how goes it? I'm watching in medic class. You need to be paying attention to that shit, bro. AJ, I was just browsing Tackle Warehouse, looking at the you know what fishing products and their new their crankbait sale. AJ, you'll get a kick out of this. John D, I didn't realize you were down in Florida. Just waking up for the night shift. Ooh, gross. AJ, did you see the morning dawn bait I posted last night? Rich, how bad is the wood? So I was thinking last night about that a morning dawn colored Megabass that I painted. I'll show you if you're confused of the color. So it's this one. It's transparent, pinky red with like a transparent, iridescent, purpley blue over the shoulder. This one. So people are going crazy for this color. It's selling for a lot of money. People are trying to get it. Blah 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 blah. Not incredibly special, but it's really funny that I feel like if me, AJ, anybody other than Megabass were to release that color, people would just go, cool, like grossly simple color, but I don't see value in that, right? Because it's like, it's too easy. It looks very generic and just kind of, but when you have Megabass put it on one of their nice looking bodies, and because of their reputation that they have built and their brand and everything that goes along with Megabass, people eat that shit up like it's like changing the world. It amazes me. But I really feel like if I would have, if that color had not existed, and I paint like 50 of them and put them up, like I'd sell like 3. I don't know. It doesn't seem. I don't get it. Don't get it. But I can give. Would you like me to give the recipe away? And in 2 months, there will be a new Megabass color that will be hype, and people will pay whatever for it. Yeah, I don't get it, dude. Like, Rich says it thinks more people would buy it. You think more people would buy it though without Megabass having ever done it? Like if I created that color, like last year or 2 years ago or whatever, do you think it would have sold good? A new Respect colorway. What was that other one I did? What was that other pink one I did? I did it on a bunch of balsa baits. I can't remember the name of it. Rich thinks people would have liked it. I don't know. I think it's how you set your bar. Megabass is Alibaba with a marketing budget. I saw that meme somewhere. I thought, was that one of whom? One of who? One of whom? Like Megabass's baits are typically perfect, and the designs are incredible. Like I don't know that there's any more beautifully designed hard baits as far as the aesthetics goes, but in the paint jobs, although simple, are perfectly executed. And some are seemingly simple to look at, but maybe not so simple to paint. But this one wasn't terrible, but I will tell you, I could give the recipe away. AJ, should I start giving recipes away? Am I going to lose my livelihood because I give away the Morning Dawn recipe? There's one specific aspect to this bait that is different. Patreon, correct. But I don't know how many painters I'll have in Patreon. You're right, though. I will save that for the Patreon. But yeah, that's a this one has a helpful hint in it for up and coming painters that they would probably look over. So I'll save that one. You're right, AJ. You're right. This isn't the Brotherhood. Oh, hello. This was in the need was relative to me pouring an extra bait before I had to make a 2 more native gills, and I wanted to throw a couple more in with that batch while I was painting, because I was going to paint an extra one, and then I was like, well, if somebody wants another one, I'll just go ahead and build it and paint them all while I'm painting them and tune them all at the same time. So I'm not just doing a couple. Cole, I don't know anybody that went. I mean, I know a few people that went, but they weren't. I thought they were going just to go, but they were actually more working. So the Pop Max does not catch fish like the Labina and the Yellow Magic. Yeah, you're right. The Pop Max blows. I think everybody knows that. I think it's the most beautiful popper on the market, but it sucks. Oh, Hella, I will tell you something about your Glide. I didn't test all of them to see if they would do this, but most of the ones that I've thrown will. So it's a pretty small bait, the native gill. So I'll grab one. Marty Burns, what's up? So here's the bait. Here's the bait we're talking about. So what happens is if you want to overwork this, you certainly can. like if you give it like a real hard twitch, it'll like super hard, it'll want to turn around on itself. Well, typically when it turns around on itself, if you twitch it back, it's going to foul and hang the hooks every time. But the way this joint does in the water, it's really interesting. So if you're like burning it, which I like to do, you burn it and you stop it, sometimes it'll turn real sharp. If it turns, or you, like on a reel, or if you twitch it real hard and it kicks over and kicks like hard back, water will catch this tail and turn it. But rather than twitch it to like bring it back around forward and hanging the hooks, just let it sit. And the way the water catches and the way the joint does, the tail is a little floatier. So what will happen is rather than catching the hook by twitching it, you just let it sit and it'll back itself up and turn around straight. It's pretty badass to watch because it's like it's alive, because you're literally not doing anything, and it'll turn all the way around, and if you just let it sit, it'll back up exactly the way it came. So, and it took me a while because I was trying to get um, every time that would happen, I would just kind of like twitch it back and foul it and reel it back in and do it again. But put it in reverse, Terry. So yeah, it actually has, this bait has reverse. If it goes all the way around and looks backwards, just let it sit, and that son of a bitch will go right back to where it came from. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So I've got a video of it. Amy was actually filming me when I was doing that, and she happened to get it on camera. I don't know how good the video is. I got to go back and look. But, come on, dude. I hate these damn eyes, dude. Why do they put these things in it? Cole, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Scales and tails. Yeah, I was just talking about the a little something I noticed that I didn't previously know about this bait that I'm making. Because I typically get impatient, and Red Wing, you'll benefit from this. Like I said, if you overwork this thing and it like makes a hard like 180 and turns around, so you're working it like this and you like give it a weird, like a super hard twitch or something, and it rolls backwards. Typically, if you try and twitch it, it's going to roll weird back around, and it's going to hang the hook because it's going to like roll over to get back around. It's going to hang the hooks every time. But if you're reeling it along and it turns on you when you hit it hard, and it's looking the opposite way, rather than twitch it to get it to come back to you, just let it sit. And the way the water cuts in this joint will move the tail over, and then the floatiness of the tail will rise it back and turn it back the other way. So if you just sit there and you're patient and you wait on it, it will right itself and come back and look at you, which is pretty sweet. Like I said, that was just a lucky secondary action I got by mistake. I'm not claiming I designed that into it, but I just happened to notice it and said, that's pretty damn sweet. Cole, yeah, it's got a little bit. So, I think more than you expect. You could drop the link in one of the Facebook groups, but then they'd know who you were. Yeah. Yeah. You right. The I sure hope the dicks at UPS, USPS are enjoying the box of walkers they kept for themselves. Uh, Scales and tails, that would be lovely. I love talking baits. I actually prefer talking other bullshit before, like, as well as baits. If you stick around here long enough, we typically roll from baits for a uh, microsecond, and it usually turns into the best fast food pizza at gas stations, barbecue, uh, beer, um, apparel, childhood nostalgia. We cover it all. Cover it all. But if you want to go strictly baits, I can certainly talk baits for an eternity. Um, but or painting. I guess I'm a all the good stuff, dude. Whatever somebody put these damn eyeballs in with is absurdity. I'd like to know, like sometimes, typically people just use super glue and the eyes come out. But there's some people that use I don't know what adhesive to put these damn eyeballs in, and they're like impossible to get out. They're awful. They are awful. Uh, Bass and buzzed. I hear you. That sounds fun. That's one of my biggest misses from being in Austin or being in Texas in general was not being able to get Lone Star here. That was my favorite beer because it was like a Bud Heavy. It tasted like a Bud Heavy, but it drank light. If that makes sense. Like it was like one of those damn marathon beers where you could just like drink them all day, and you wouldn't feel like super bloated. Um, what's the jig you normally use for that job? Which job? 500-ton epoxy. I don't know what they do. Oh, the jig I'm using? I think this is an old spinnerbait head. That one? Yeah, it's just an old spinnerbait head. So uh, I've got two of these Chad shads to do, and I got to take them and drill the eyeballs out. Yeah, my a funny thing about Lone Star was my buddy from out here. He had to go to Texas for a wedding, and everybody was telling him, or not, like somebody, whoever was out there, uh, he was going to the wedding with, was like, dude, you got to get you some Lone Star to take home. And he was like, okay. So him and my other buddy, like Dukes of Hazard load of Lone Star to bring back to Alabama, like filled the back of his damn truck up. And he he sends me a picture, and he's like, dude, we're loaded on Lone Star. And he sends me a picture of it, and he's got like 8 cases of this shit. But he bought the blue, and the blue is Lone Star Light, which nobody drinks. I don't even know why they still have it. Like Lone Star Light is trash. And I was like, bro, you dicked up. And he's like, why? I'm like, you got the blue. And he's like, what's the blue? I was like, you got Lone Star Light. And I was like, nobody drinks Lone Star Light. I was like, Lone Star Light sucks. The red is the one. He was like, really? I'm like, yeah. He's like, damn, I got like 100 of these. And I was like, yeah, sorry. You should have called me, or you should have asked. He's like, I didn't even see the red. And I was like, yeah, that's probably because people are drinking it. I'm in Alabama now, Mobile, Alabama. That's where I was born and raised. And when we found out my wife was pregnant, we decided to move back here to raise our children and to be closer to our family. So back in Alabama, it sucks. Weather sucks. Um, Families here, that's good, but it's a little more affordable. But Austin was way cooler. Uh, and my business seemed to. I don't know that my business. My business grew exponentially when I moved to Texas, but I don't know if that it was a result of being in Texas, but I actually think it was. Um, I think being in Texas helped, and then Alberta and Daphne, like in Baldwin County. So Rolling Rock, we should drink that in college. My buddies from up in North Alabama love that shit. Um, but It was interesting because I'd never been to a city like I lived in Alabama my whole life. Went to college in Tuscaloosa, so I'd never really been out of the South, and or I'll say I'd never lived in like a big city that was like growing. Um, so when I moved to Austin, Austin was the only place I'd ever been where you could like feel like an energy of like the growth of the city. It was really really weird, um, but it just had a different feeling to it. And I don't know if it was because it was just a big city and I'd never lived in one, or if it was the actual like energy of the people and the growth of the city that was happening. But um, the beautiful thing about Austin was that typically most of the people there had a purpose. They weren't just going to a job to go to a job and go home. Like there was something else that was driving them. Maybe they wanted to open a gym. Maybe they wanted to be like something like a personal trainer. Maybe they wanted to, write books. Maybe they wanted to be a musician. Maybe they like it's everybody I met seemed to have that story. And there was sure the place is run and has been ruined by all the like corporate dipshits, but for the most part, um, a lot of the people that lived there that were like showing up and moving to Austin all wanted something else, and they'd be bartending so they could like put money towards their other startup or whatever it was. But when you surround yourself with people like that are all trying to like upstart businesses and like think, I think that's the biggest thing is that people were always thinking there. And and when you're surrounded by people like that, um, it rubs off on you. So like where I painted, the guy was running like he was running the guy I shared space with, Jeff. He ran an Italian ice business, and he had like a food truck, and he would like take his food truck around and sell Italian ice and shit. And then um, and then the other guy, he had like he had these party buses that he would rent out, and he would like take people to events on these party buses and like take them around and rent the bus out. And I watched how he like did his business, and like you know they were like buying real estate and doing all this kind of shit, but they still had like their little hustles that they did, like trying to grow the party bus business and that kind of stuff. But I had another buddy that did like this. He was trying to do this like ride sharing thing with scooters, but he was a little too late because I think when he launched, there was another company that launched simultaneously that was named Uber, and his scooter ride sharing thing. It was really cool though. He had like these collapsible scooters, and they would like fold up to like briefcase size, and he would drive the scooter to wherever you were within a radius, and then he would get in your car if you were hammered, drive you home, and he could collapse his scooter and put it in your trunk, drive you home, and then when you got home, he would get his scooter out of the trunk and then drive himself back. Um, but so like I said, I was surrounded by people like that were all like doing stuff. So they hear, and the other thing about people that are typically on at that developmental stage of their career or their business or whatever they're doing, they're always thinking and they're always trying. They know they need help in whatever aspect, so they're always looking to help other people, and not necessarily like monetarily, but like help people in just creatively, just bouncing ideas, from how to move stuff, how to sell stuff, how to make what you do easier, like just be more efficient, like anything like that. And you've got you got a lot of that going around, and it just I think it just like feeds your the entrepreneurial spirit. Correct. It is infectious. um, I don't like using that word because everybody uses it now, um, and it's over. What happened? But yeah, it was really fun. um, and like here, I don't have any of that. Like all that energy is gone. Cole, Ninja Bus, Sticks owns it. Sticks McStickerson on Facebook. What's wrong with my damn stream? Why is it saying I'm on Wi-Fi? I don't even have Wi-Fi. Huh, weird. Um, so I missed that part. I don't know what's going on with YouTube. Sorry, guys. Hustle culture. That's pretty much what it was, dude. That's pretty much what it was. But it was enjoyable to be around because it kind of it was like a it was like a it was like a misfit group of um, people that were all kind of in the same bus as you, and it I don't know, it made you kind of feel like you weren't, uh, you just had like people on your side. You know what I mean? Like you weren't just like out there floundering around by yourself. There was other people like struggling to do the same thing you are, um, which is also a motivator when you have that on your side. Kyle, what's up, dude? Cole, I don't even know, dude. I don't even know. Lone Star's the damn titties. So, but I missed that part of Austin. Or not just Austin, just life in general. Um, it was exciting times out there. But I will say, um, moving to Austin was huge in the fact that I don't think I would have ever had. Why? Hello. Why is this damn uh, StreamYard showing I'm connecting to Wi-Fi and I don't even have Wi-Fi connected? But it's like showing this shitty Wi-Fi signal. Um, but I will say that the people of Texas uh, definitely embraced me once I moved to Texas. And I don't think Morgan, I don't know what's going on, dude. It's like you're videoing with a toaster. It keeps popping up like a Wi-Fi signal, and I don't even like I have a hard line. I don't know. I gotta get this damn. I was using StreamYard because the stream seemed like it went better on StreamYard, um, but the um, the people of Texas embraced me once I moved out there, and I don't think I would have ever gotten to that point with the Texas market had I never lived there. Um, but Texans are very proud, um, and I think when they see somebody and then they see location and they're like, "Oh, you live in Texas too," we automatically like you. You know what I mean? Like if I was still from Alabama, they'd be like, this guy does cool stuff, but he lives in Alabama." But because I had that, and I also did this. I don't know if any of you have ever seen this, but there's a place we used to go to in Austin, a bar. Uh, it had this similar patch, and it said Austin, and it had the zip code. And I left Austin, and I added the Mobile zip code because I feel like Austin. I wanted to leave Austin on there because I feel like I had my most growth. I was doing the most. Um, my biggest push was in Austin. If the Wi-Fi mode is on, it'll search. Maybe that's what's going on. Keys, layouts, guest, general settings. I don't know. Huh. Having issues? Yes. Yes, I am StreamYard. Um, yeah, I've got Wi-Fi turned off on my computer. Yeah, this is a KGB Chad. Just a Chad. I really don't like these things because if you sand them like a little bit, you unearth all the damn pinholes. So you really have to be kind of careful with how you sand these. Cool. It did it again. It's saying I have 1 bar of Wi-Fi. Texas to me isn't the South though. Texas to me is its own region. Like Texas is Texas. Everywhere else is the South. Like Louisiana, east and up north a little bit is the South. Texas is Texas because Texas doesn't completely have like typical Southern culture. Texas has its own culture. Texas is Texas, and it needs to stay that way. So, Marty, you can't. said that in the videos. It keeps going in and out of this Wi-Fi mode, and I don't know why. Can I click on that? Connection is unstable. Connection is fairly good. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging in your router or move closer to it. My dad's probably got 30 YouTube videos blasting right now. Marty, no, the clear coat won't act as a filler. It'll just probably make them show up worse, and then you still have to. Oh, it's just a signal strength. Oh, they just use the Wi-Fi icon. I didn't reset my router though, hell, so it's probably my fault. I thought it was a. I didn't think it was my signal because my signal was decent. I thought it was like a bandwidth thing or a bitrate thing, that how it was processing the video, and I thought StreamYard's was a little more efficient than YouTube's. I tried to get into YouTube, and I don't know why it's so shitty right now. It's doing it again. All right, this is pissing me off. I'm about to have to go drill these eyeballs out anyway. This is Marty, you could do that, but then if I painted on that, then my coat of I don't want to. The last thing I want to do is epoxy this, because it's got sharp edges on it, and that shit'll peel back from those edges, and it'll then my paint job and everything will come off. That would be a big boo boo. And then the epoxy will change the sink rate of the bait, and that'd be bad. That'd be bad. And then you have eye holes to deal with. Hello, that's good to know. I don't know. Morgan said his looked like a toaster oven. I was recording with a toaster oven. Interesting. Who knows? But yeah, I definitely miss Austin. Californians are taking over. You're correct. You're correct. It's unfortunate because it's not. I don't think the problem is with the issue is that I see in Austin is that all the people from California are moving to Austin because they don't like California. But then they're trying to move to Austin and turn Austin into California. You know what I mean? Marty, I dug back at our problem bait, going to beat my head against the wall with it for a while until I get frustrated. Yeah, that sounds like a fun project. Hell, you got somebody on the show tonight? I gotta find my damn 3-piece. I don't know where that son of a buck went. Maybe. As a former Austinite, is it sacrilege to use a brisket to make pastrami? Yes. Yes and no. It depends. It depends on what camp you're in. If you want to sell barbecue, yes. If you want to open like, if you want to be like a bougie, like gastro chef, and you know, do like that kind of shit, sure, why not? You have to wear, if you do that, you have to wear like little round glasses. If you do that, AJ, you have to wear Carhartt coveralls with no shirt and Birkenstocks, and then it's okay. Later, Hella. You can get a brisket cheaper than ground? Yeah, you might as well. Rich, that's a good question. That is a good question. I had something dreamed up last night, but I don't know that Burns is ready for it. I don't know that Burns is ready for it. It might be a little labor intensive. And not much. No more labor intensive than the MUBA bill, but the bill would require modification. AJ, you ever made sausage with your brisket trimmings? You just let me know when a good time to call is, and I will throw this idea at you and see what you think. It's never been done in the wood bait world that I know of. You tell me when we chat. I got you thinking now. Got you thinking now. Fat for deer hot links. I grind the lean trim for burger. Are you a deer killer, AJ? I'm glad you reminded me of that, Rich, because I would have forgot about it. AJ, you want a good business model? Might not work for you in Nebraska. But I think there needs to be here, if I were looking to start up a little bit of a business here for something, I would maybe try to get into like a boutique deer processing. Like all the guys that process deer meat here, you get the same bullshit sausage. You get the same, like, all that shit's the same, right? Like there's some guys that are better than others, but for the most part, it's all pretty basic. But I think if you had a little business sense about you, you could start a little deer processing business and do some, like, really, you know, kind of out there deer processing, and do, like, you know, do some, like I said, do some, like you did, like brisket sausage, and like put some, like, do some, like, hatch chili shit and like stuff like that. And when you do like the cheddar jalapeno sausage, like, don't use just cheddar cheese, like, you know what I mean? Like, make it different and make it, like, special. Um, so I think you could do pretty well with that here, um, because there's so many deer getting processed, dude, and the people that do it, uh, they can't keep up. So I think there would be a pretty decent market for guys that want. And the biggest thing I see a lot of people have issue with is that a lot of these places that really like turn and burn deer meat, like, they just all grind it up and throw it in a batch, and you just get sausage. You don't get your deer. Um, and I know a lot of people, uh, if they kill a deer, they know where it came from. They want the meat off of it. They don't want it mixed in with some fucking roadkill that somebody brought in from down the road. So if you had the resources and you had like a place set up where you could do it, I think you could take in a fair amount of deer. Even if you wanted to do it on the side, you could take a fair amount of deer in, and really elevate. I think that's what we would be doing here, is we would be elevating something that is very, very archaic, um, and it's something that we have a huge resource for, which is deer meat. Um, and I think you could elevate it to not just be redneck food, right? Because a lot of people say they don't like the way venison tastes. I think you can flavor venison to where it is very appealing. Might have to cut it with some brisket, or brisket fat, because venison's typically pretty lean, and the fat on, I mean, yeah, venison is typically, the fat doesn't taste good, um, but I think you could win. I think you could win. And now I won't forget. Now Morgan already put it out there. I think it'll work though, Marty. I think it'll work actually really good. I don't know who'll rip it off first, but I think it'll work. Um, Klein's Meat Market in Pflugerville. I don't think so. We have one over there on, like, 10th Street that I went to. That was really cool. Um, give you a hint of a direction. I don't think I went to Kyle's. Klein's. I could have. That's what I'm saying, Cole. If I take the time to, like, when we go to Kansas, we have to debone all of our deer. So, like, we go to a pretty decent effort. Um, And like I said, I don't want it mixed in with a bunch of bullshit. And I know, like I said, I know where those deer are from, and I know what they're eating. Like I don't want somebody's deer meat that was from a damn that hunts next to a damn chemical plant or some shit like that. I think half the problem with people not liking deer meat is their care for the meat. Yeah, you got to soak that shit. That's what we do. We soak our shit in ice water for our ice for like 10 days or something. Um, no, I don't want a lazy Ike. I want the damn I'm a Katsu. Where is one? I want an IK 180. Deer is delicious. Um, you're allergic to deer dander? That's unfortunate. All right, dudes, 11:30. I gotta get off of here. I'm gonna go drill the eyes out of these baits and put holes. Oh, I gotta take this tail. Put holes in some tails. And I'm eventually going to, at some point, I'll be painting the roll cage of a Polaris Ranger with Raptor. The truck bed liner. Sure you can, Marty. With Lexan you can. What kind of attitude is that? See you, Cole. No, they're plastic. That's why I have to take them out because little trick of the trade, Chris. When I mask these eyes, rather than doing it with tape, which always looks like ass, I use a piece of clay. And for years and years and years, I've masked off eyes with a piece of clay. And you just make a little ball, you put it on the eye, and you just like kind of press it down with your finger, and that little ball makes a patty, and you can shape it perfectly. You can shape it perfectly to the eye, paint over it, peel it off. Dude, I've done it a ton, but wherever these eyes are coming from now, you can't put anything on them. Like any type of adhesive, any kind of anything, and they start getting gummy and melting. I don't know what it is on them, but they've got some sort of coating on them that really reacts bad. Um, Marty, I would think you just need some heat and like something like this, and then you could figure out what. I would think there would be some household object that you could get this angle from. Uh, I don't think it'd have to be too strenuous of a thing. Maybe I'll get some Lexan and take the hard part out. Masking fluid would probably work. I don't own any of it. You've been watching too many Marling videos. Can you get masking fluid at Hobby Lobby? If you can, I'll go buy it and try it. It would be much easier than me taking these damn eyes out and putting new eyes in it. But the masking fluid would potentially work. I don't know. How long does that shit take to dry? Do you own some, Morgan? I don't typically like dry. I don't typically like adding drying times to anything because I usually procrastinate. And when I procrastinate, like when it's time to go, like it's time. I don't need to like, oh, let me wait on these stupid eyes to dry. Like it's like this is going down now. Hence why I've been on here an hour. Burns. I gotta. Let me find one and set one out. Caught a 6-pounder on that one. Can't send you that one. Are these the rogues everybody wants? Is this the super rogue that everybody clamors for? Here would be like a standard rogue. I'm assuming this would be the super rogue. Does it say it on it? No, it just says Smith with Rogue. They all have red hooks. How do you differentiate a super rogue? Anybody know? 5.5 inch. This looks pretty large. Where's the damn measuring device? Hold on, we'll check. What's going on? I really here. Why? Well, looky there. 5.5 inches. I guess I do have. I guess I do have the juice. Well, 5.5 inch suspending rogue. I don't know that this one suspends. I can go see a little water tank back there. We also have an aquarium out back that my mother-in-law dropped off, and it filled up with rainwater, and now it's full of tadpoles. We have a family of tadpoles living in our back of our shop. They're pretty sweet. It's fun watching them grow. I need to develop my YouTube presence around my. Everybody does their aquariums. I'll need to do my watch my tadpoles grow in my green aquarium that sits outside with no filtration in my stagnant water. Like I said, I didn't plan on having any tadpoles in it, but somehow a frog in there and laid some eggs. So, all right, Marty, let me dig a bait out. Could send you that one. I plan on fishing it though. But I won't fish it in time. I won't fish it in time for you to be able to use it. Soon we will have frogs. I know, I'm hoping. They say it takes like 10 weeks or 14 weeks or something for the tadpoles to get legs. So I'm waiting for the legs to pop out. But anyway, maybe I should do an update every day on the tadpoles, and then like eventually they'll have legs and they'll be frogs. And they'll jump out from this giant elevated pond and die. I need to put like a mat around it so when they jump out, send me a crap bait in case you have to kill it. Okay. Let me dig one of those out. Hold please. Let's see. I know the one I want. It's got a gray back on it, but I don't know where it's been placed. I don't know. There's a old flashy speed trap. Those are cool. I got some I'm melted, Marty. Let me go look. Let's see. What's in here? I'll have to dig rather than put y'all through this boredom. I'll go dig you out a bait, Marty, and send it to you. Y'all be good, Insta. Morgan, you gonna repaint it? Later, YouTube. Sorry, the stream sucks. The signal. Peace.